What's going on, Canes fans? This is Canes 365. Hope you guys are having a great Friday night. This is my preview and insight on the Miami Hurricanes. This week, Miami will be facing the Virginia Tech Hokies at 3:30 on ESPN at Hard Rock Stadium. Now, Miami is very eager to get on that field because after our performance against Central Michigan, a 5 point win, and having a bye week following that, and during that bye week, Central Michigan just got blown out by Western Michigan, so that didn't help anything with our cause. So it's just been a very long 2 weeks for the guys, and I know that they're just ready to get back on this field. So our game with Virginia Tech is not a must win, but it's almost like an elimination game. So it's damn near close to an elimination game. So, technically it's not a must win, but in our minds, it's a must win for us. So it's gonna be a huge game, and I hope a lot of fans show out and pack the Hard Rock Stadium because you know how it gets very loud in Hard Rock Stadium, and it really is a home field advantage for those guys. So I'm gonna start off with we get four key players back in the lineup for Miami. Number one, I'm gonna start off with a guy we have never seen play, Bubba Bolden. It's a safety transfer from USC, and he was an All-American guy in high school, and I'm hearing in practice for the first time. I hear the safety coach saying high IQ. Now I haven't heard that since Jaquan Johnson and Sheldrick Redwine. So with them saying Bubba Bolden, he's bringing his high football IQ, and they say this guy's a ball hawk and just has a nose for the ball. He'll do the extra plays that could win you some games. So we definitely need that. So hopefully he is what everybody's saying, and what I think, he can be. So and also we get Nesta Sylvia, defensive tackle. We get him back from injury. That's going to help out tremendously with depth in our defensive line rotation. Lorenzo Lingard is back from his concussion. It's been a lot of rumors of Lingard transferring. So we'll see. The jury's still out for Lingard. And hopefully Miami could put the game away by the second half, so we'll be able to really see Lingard get a significant amount of snaps. And last but not least, Mark Pope. Mark Pope is back from injury. He had a career game against Central Michigan. So I'm excited to see the Miami Southridge stand out. My boy Noodles. I'm excited to see number 6 in the game. Hopefully, hopefully he doesn't get hurt, man. It's like we got to put him in a bubble wrap, just so he won't get hurt. So hopefully Noodles stay healthy right there. And I heard the big news that Miami is tweaking their offensive line once again. So we may see some new starters. You may see the same guys, but just in different positions, or you may see some new guys all in general. So hopefully, man, this is the last time we really got a tweaked offensive line bearing injury. Hopefully, whatever players we see in the game could just gel and get some continuity going, and just find the right 5 guys to protect one of our best quarterbacks we had in a while, Jaron Williams. Now, Jaron Williams, I think this game we're going to see the deep ball from Jaron Williams. I think we're going to see more of the gunslinger mentality, just let the leash off that kid, man, because he's very efficient. A lot of people just say he's a game manager. I think he's more than that. So I'm looking for a big game from Jaron Williams as far as getting the ball down the field. So I think he's our most efficient quarterback since Ken Dorsey. And I like Brad Kaya, but I think the ceiling's a little higher for Jaron. And My breakout player, my X factor. Every week I'm gonna do a breakout player. I believe Jeff Thomas. I think Jeff Thomas is gonna break out this game. I think he's gonna have multi-touchdown game. He's gonna have a lot of receiving yards, and I think he's gonna take one to the house this game. So I'm looking for JT4 to have a big game. He's due, man. He's just due for a big game. So and that goes along with Jaron Williams finding the deep ball. I really think he can, find JT Ford down the field against this Hokie secondary. So look out for Jeff Thomas to be my breakout player for today's game. And defensively, our defensive coordinator, he admitted that he got outcoached in that Central Michigan game, especially on third down. Because if you watch the game, we did great on first down. We did good on second down. We was constantly had them where we won. 3rd and 8, I'll say 3rd and 7 and more is where you want an offense to be. 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, and beyond is where you want an offense to be if you're a defensive coordinator. So we had them where we want them, just we couldn't get off the field on 3rd down. And he admits that his formation on 3rd down with the 3 down linemen and putting more DBs in the game was really not working because we're not getting no pressure at the quarterback. So he has all day to make a sandwich and throw the ball on 3rd down. So the DBs can only cover the receivers for so long. And, so somebody's essentially going to get open with no pressure. So I'm glad that he's seen that mistake and he's trying to make some adjustments there. So, because our 3rd down defense is killing us, man. It's horrendous. Even 4th and 17 going back to the North Carolina game, we'll be 3-1 right now without. So it's good that he realized that, and we could put some more, we could blitz more and just do different things and not be the same, So we'll see what adjustments he makes there. And I think also defensively, going back to the 2 guys we got coming back on defense, number 1, Sylvia, I think he could bring that pass rush up the middle that we haven't had all year. We haven't had a pass rush up the middle since Gerald Willis. So I really think Nesta Sylvia could solidify that defensive tackle spot. And maybe if we only do rush 3 sometimes, he will be that guy in the middle instead of putting Greg, number 15, our star DN, in the middle, and that's playing him out of position. So, a guy like Nesta Sylvia coming back would benefit from that. And also the deep middle of the field, Bubba Bolden, I believe that we finally can have a guy back there with a high football IQ and a ball hawk mentality back there that we haven't had since Jaquan Johnson. So those 2 guys coming in, even if they don't start, just getting significant playing time could boost the middle of the field. Nesta with the interior middle of the field and Bubba Bolden with the deep middle of the field, because we all know we'd rather have 21 back there than 20, you know what I'm saying? So as far as Virginia Tech goes, we all know that they're starting a new sophomore quarterback. And a lot of fans and Tech players on Twitter is excited, and they think that this guy can run their offense. And they said it's better suited for him than it was for their former quarterback, former starting quarterback, Ryan Willis. Because I believe Tech runs some of that read option, and this is a dual threat quarterback. So they're really excited to have him make his first start. And we all know our late history of going up against quarterbacks making their first start. For some reason, we just don't play good against those guys. They just seem to have career games against us. Going back to the Pittsburgh game a couple of years ago, where we were like, oh, it's just a freshman quarterback. We're going to smash them. And bam, he was looking like Dan Marino when Marino used to wear the Pittsburgh jersey. So we'll see how it goes with this guy. I'll definitely say going back to 3rd down with a dual threat quarterback, you really got to watch him running the ball on 3rd downs. So I'll say to look out for that especially. So overall, I just think that Miami will have their first complete game, meaning offense clicking, defense swarming to the ball, blitzing, confusing a young quarterback, and special teams making all their kicks. And like I said, I think we're going to get a return for a touchdown from JT4 from Jeff Thomas in tomorrow's game. So I'm going to do a score prediction. My prediction for the game, I have Miami 35 and Virginia Tech 10, scoring a late touchdown. So I have Miami winning big, big Coastal Division win, and I have Miami just gaining confidence through this game, and just trying to get that Coastal Division so we can play Clemson in the ACC championship game, because Clemson, as we all know, almost lost, should have lost to North Carolina, So I think the ACC is wide open, man. I really think we could take this Coastal. We have some huge games coming up, like Virginia, for instance, but Miami's home. So I think that's the advantage for the Canes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to leave some comments and definitely touch down on that subscribe button. And look out for my post-game video tomorrow, immediately after the Miami win 35-10. I will have my post-game reaction of the Miami Virginia Tech game. So
born and raised in the county of Dade.